respect. It is part of the Boy Scout code. Every Boy Scout learns the basics of flag ceremony. That is in every state and every troop across the country. So this is just one thing that is, while the boys aren't like a drill team, every scout learns the basics of proper flag etiquette. And so, thank you. And for me, we're going to talk a little bit about the flag code. But for this exercise, I want you to think of yourself as a brand new American flag. You are a brand new American flag. That's what I want you to think of yourself. And I'm going to tell you sort of how to conduct yourself and how you should expect to be treated. And we'll start out that one of your first jobs as a flag is that you are to primarily be flown from a staff or a pole, aloft freely, allowed to blow in the breeze. That is your primary position. Now, if you are put on the wall, think of this. When you're the flag, you're on the wall. I want the Union, which is the 50 stars, the Union of the United States. The 50 stars is on the right. Your stripes, American flag, is on the left. So you are the flag on the wall, facing out. Your Union is on the right. Your stripes, and you're hung vertically, is on the left. When you are on a podium, you are to demand that you are to the right of the speaker. Once again, you're standing there, American flag, you're going to be on that speaker's right. If there's other flags, they will be on that speaker's left. You are not to be on the left. You are to be on the right. If you are with other flags, you in a line, you are to be the right of those flags. They will all fall in to the left. You are the flag. You are the American flag. You are on the right. They're on the left. If you're in a group, you are to be in front of those other flags. You're not to be in the middle of the other flags. You're not to be behind those flags. You, the American flag, are to be in the front. Amen. You are to allow no other flag to fly higher than you. You will do everything you can to keep any other flag from being above you. They can be equal to you, but they can never be above you. You are not to allow yourself to fly in the dark. You can fly at night, but there needs to be a light shining on you, making you glow in that evening darkness. You are not to be flown. You will demand to be taken down at night if there's not a light. You are expected, when you are raised, you are to demand that you are to be raised briskly and to be lowered ceremoniously, respectfully. Briskly up, ceremoniously down. You are expected to stand duty at every government administrative building, every school in America. You are expected to be there, like a sentinel. Don't let them take you from your duties. When you are with other sovereign nations, if those nations are our friends, our allies, if those nations are at peace, we have an agreement. You, the American flag, have an agreement that you will stand among other peaceful allied nations as one among equal. Neither higher, neither lower, not in front, not behind, but one as an equal. But if you're positioned with a nation that is at war with America, you will not allow that flag to be in front of you, beside you. They will be behind you. They will not be above you. You will be above that flag. You will be in front of that flag. You will not allow them, as an enemy of this country and the country that you represent, you will not allow them to disrespect you. That is your solemn obligation as an American flag. You will never touch the ground. And when flown on a table, you will not touch the table. You will not touch water. You are to be flown so that you will freely blow in the wind, so nothing impedes you. You will never allow yourself to be sewn as a piece of clothing. You're not a pair of pants, you're not a jacket, you're not a shirt, you're not a hat. You're an American flag. You will allow someone in uniform to respectfully, in its entirety, fly you on their shoulder in respect. You will allow that in a uniform, but you will not be sewn as someone's pair of pants. You will not allow that. And for those of you that might end up as label pins, lapel pins, there might be a few of you, you will always be flown on the left lapel above the heart or near the heart. Not on the right lapel, not on the right shoulder, near the heart. For those of you that happen to end up as American flag lapel pins. When the anthem is played, it is an anthem to you, and you deserve the respect that anthem implies. And for those that are in uniform, military service members, they will stand up and they will salute, and they will hold that military salute from the first note to the last note. If you are a military veteran, you have two choices. Both are equal. You could render a military salute, or you can stand, take your headgear off, put your hand on your heart. Both are equal. One is not more important than the other. It is the veteran's choice, and it is an equal choice. And both show equal respect to you. As a civilian, you're expected to stand, take your head cover off. They are expected to stand, take their head cover off, and put their hand on their heart while the national anthem is being played. The Pledge of Allegiance, for those in military uniform, don't be surprised at this, flags, but they are to stand and salute and remain silent during the Pledge of Allegiance. You will not expect a U.S. service member to say the pledge. Their respect is given in the military salute and standing at attention. Civilians will stand, take their headgear off, put their hand on the heart. And for veterans, the flag code and the federal statutes are silent on how a veteran is to render a salute during the Pledge of Allegiance. They always have the choice, of course, to take their headgear off, put their hand on their heart. Some veterans have chose, following the possible intent of the law, to render a military salute. As an American flag, I would tell you that when you are judging an American, your first principle is, are they attempting to show patriotism? Are they attempting to be respectful to you? Might they not follow protocol exactly? Maybe they're just not completely aware of the rules, but you can tell that they're trying to follow the rules. As an American flag, you should always be mindful of what is their intent. Is their intent to respect you and act accordingly? You're going to spend a lot of time in parades, flags. And it's awesome. It's fun. You ever been in a parade? If you haven't been, woo! Flags are great. All right, this is what's so. You're going to be on all kinds of vehicles. You're going to be everywhere, just like here. Flags everywhere. You're not going to expect Americans to stand the whole parade and salute every time you go by when some of you are just a little 4-inch by 6-inch flag and you're going to be stuck on the back of a truck. And God bless you for being there. God bless you. But folks aren't going to stand and render a salute to you. They just can't. They would be there all day. But for you flags that are in a flag detail, marching with the Sheriff's Honor Guard or with the local American Legion or the JROTC, when you are placed in a formal ceremonious position, you should expect those in attendance at that parade, as you approach, as you get near to them, at the point that you are close, they should stand up and render a salute. So military with a military salute, veterans, a military salute or a hand on the heart. Civilians should put their hand on their heart. And as soon as you pass, then they can sit back down. But you should expect them to stand and render a military salute when you're in parade. You are going to do a lot of duties as in flag ceremonies for all sorts of events. At the local school, at the community college, flags, they're going to put you to work. And so you are going to be in a ceremoniously position where you're going to be marched up to the front typically. You will stand the American flag, you will be front and center, raised high. Other flags typically are dipped. And at that point, you should expect that from the time you begin your march to the front, that those Americans should render a salute at that point. So as you march up, they are saluting, hand on their heart. For most civilians, they will remain in that position while the pledge or national anthem is played. Though you should expect, and you deserve the respect as the American flag, that they should continue that salute as you formally march off. So during the whole time, those Americans should be saluting you the entire time. Now, flags, here's the tough one right here I'm going to talk about. Your position in life as American flag should mostly be spent at the very top of the pole, flying proudly, valiantly, the top of the pole, representing all the great ideals and values that this country was founded on. You represent the best of what we believe. You do not represent the failures of the American people. You represent our best ideals. We as a country may falter, we may fail, we may backslide, we may have great successes, we may have defeats, but you, American flag, always represent the best that we believe in. You always give us a beacon of hope to live for, to believe in. That is what you represent, and you deserve to be on the very top of that pole. It should only be extraordinary occasions in which you are lowered. And the flag code gives a few examples. If the President of the United States or former president dies, you're to be lowered for 30 days. That's a very long time. That's the longest time allowed. If the lieutenant, if the vice president, Chief Justice, Supreme Court, you should be lowered until they are put in the ground, typically a week or so. If a U.S. congressman were to die, you were to be lowered to half staff on the day they died and the day after. 2 days for the U.S. congressman. That's it. On Memorial Day, flags, that's an awesome day for us. That's a very important day for us. We're out flying. And especially we're flying in remembrance of those Americans that died and the ideas that we represent as flags, that you represent as a flag. And you know, they're going to put you that morning, they're going to run you up to the half-staff position. And this is for every American that's died in every war. And at noon, for a half a day, only a half a day, at noon, they're going to raise you again to the very top of the flag pole, because that's where you belong. Now, flags, I'm noticing that our American flags, that some of your compatriots are spending way too much time at half-staff. It seems like every time I drive around, some of your older flag friends are at half-staff. That is not what the U.S. Code says. That in World War II, in every war, we suffered victories and we suffered defeats, yet that flag stayed at the top of the pole. At Iwo Jima, they didn't push a flag up at half-staff. It was at the top of that pole. That's where the flag belongs, folks. And we need to, you as new American flags, you need to fight for that again. You need to say, listen, I understand that we have troubles at times. I understand that people die. But my job is to be at the top of that flag, not to be at half staff all the time.